In light of recent news that the Rutland Herald and its affiliated publications are being sold to a Maine-based company, Access visited Downtown Rutland to hear from the community their thoughts.
From patrons to business owners, the Rutland community, perhaps now more than ever, is remembering the importance of our local paper. The first edition of the Rutland Herald was published on December 8, 1794, and since has been a trusted source of news for local communities. Mike Coppinger from the Downtown Rutland Partnership sees the local paper as a significant part of our community fabric.
You know, the Rutland Herald is one of the larger employers in the downtown and has always been. They've been on board with the Downtown Partnership when it was first created. Members of their staff have been on our board of directors. And also, you know, just the resource that they have been for being able to advertise with them. And the great story is that they always do a wonderful job covering whether it's Santa's arrival, our Friday Night Lives, any event that we have going on in the downtown. The Rutland Herald has always been there. We're really hoping that they continue that local feel. And then the next question actually that we have is what's going to happen with the property there. They have an undeveloped parcel right there, which is known as a pit parking lot, and they also have the press room, and it would be a great opportunity to develop that potentially. So we're interested to see what happens there.
We asked locals about their thoughts on recent changes.
I feel pretty bad about it. I like the Herald. I read it every day, and going from paper print to doing it online was hard enough, and to think of not having it, that would really be horrible, because we've had the newspaper forever. You know, we grew up with it. And it's nice to know what current affairs are, who's who, what's going on. So it's going to be sadly missed if it stops print.
Kim hopes that the Herald returns to a daily printed newspaper.
Well, I think we take stuff like that for granted. I know I do. Until I don't have it, it's like, wow, you know. So yes, I think that now we're like, we want it. We've taken it for granted.
I've read it. I try to read it on a regular basis, like on a daily basis. Now I just click on the links online that I can access and go through those articles and read headlines and things like that. But definitely an excellent source of information, what's going on in the area. I hear about things that I probably wouldn't hear about otherwise. So I'm glad that it's still going to be around. So that's good, and I guess, you know, if it needed to be sold, that's what needed to be done to keep it going.
The Rutland Herald has historically covered news and events that are relevant to our tight-knit communities. Jocelyn Hard hopes that doesn't change.
The content for local news is really important. I hear the stories that are in the newspaper repeated, and often it's a source of conversation for people. And I think that given the recent news that the publishers sold the business may be a positive step, only because I think they were having such a hardship maintaining it as is. And I think if it was, the paper was not here in Rutland and the Barre area, it would be a loss, and people would miss it.
Stephen Willoughby and his wife Allison are new business owners in downtown Rutland. Although most of their advertising has been done online, Stephen says that they may seek the newspaper out in the future.
Because of the interest in the newspaper, we may actually probably seek them out to do some advertising, just because all eyes are going to be on them, especially in the beginning. And because we're a new business, there's a huge segment of people that probably don't know about us because they primarily read the newspaper. So that's probably somebody that we're gonna seek out and advertise in the future.
According to Stephen, other downtown businesses have been supportive of kindred spirit, and offering that same support to the local paper is the least he can do.
It's been kind of an eye-opening experience on, a newspaper subscription isn't that expensive, and if that's the least I could do to help support something like that, then maybe I need to get more involved with them and support them, because since we've been here, we've gotten a lot of support back from other businesses, and that's one of the things I like about downtown Rutland is it's not so much a competitive environment as it's a helpful environment. A lot of people that I think, or a lot of businesses that I think would be in competition with us has actually reached out to give us advice and suggestions like that, which has totally changed my mindset as far as how we want to be and how we want to operate in downtown. So we're really in this together.